What's up, everybody? We're live, and it is time for Elseworlds, Episode 3, Supergirl. We're going to watch it live with you tonight. We're going to set up the camera real quick. It's getting ready to start in just a minute. And so we are so glad to have each and every one of you here. And it's going to be a great night as Elseworlds finally comes to an end. Oh, my goodness, what a show so far it's been. It's been great. What's up, Jay Plays? Good to have you here with us tonight. We're just getting ready to sit down and watch the show. It's getting ready to start in just a minute. So I'm going to set up the camera here.
Logan's birthday today.
Oh wait, where's the remote? Here you go, start right there.
This year, give a go-to gift. Holiday instance from the Michigan Lottery.
Can't wait.
My name is John Deegan, and I'm from Gotham, a city in grave need of heroes. As a doctor at Arkham Asylum, I did my part by protecting this city from the criminally insane. The world didn't understand my methods, so I worked in secret until one day when a cosmic being recognized my potential and gave me the chance to be something greater. Someone greater. Now, I am.
Oh.
Previously on Arrow.
Did he just say, now I am Superman?
You're Oliver Queen.
You were right.
Barry Allen.
Is that you who said that? No, somebody else who said that.
Yeah,
So what's our next move? Go to Gotham City. Who are you, and why are you helping us?
Kane. Kane.
He calls himself the Monitor. He's been unleashing the Book of Destiny across the multiverse to
Looks like the
test
same
different
on
truths.
Force.
A crisis is imminent. Someone is coming. Someone far, far more powerful than myself. I need to prepare.
He did it again. He rewrote reality.
There's no place you can run where I can't find you. It's over.
What are you talking about?
Clark, it's us. Barry and Oliver. Oh, I know who you are. Your confusion lies with me.
Deegan. The Monitor gave you the book back?
Showed me how to really use it.
You can't just write yourself as a hero. It doesn't work that way.
Doesn't it, though? You were struck by lightning. I was given the book. By a higher power. Both random acts of chance. But this is my destiny. So much more than becoming the Flash was ever yours.
People don't become heroes because of circumstance. They become heroes in spite of circumstance. You're just a cheap knockoff.
Oh, I'm anything but cheap. Just wait till you see what a fun changes I've made. To your family, your friends, there is no safe harbor for you. This is no longer your world, it's mine! Hey, I have an idea. Idiot, I'm bulletproof. No.
You want to be Earth's hero? Save the children or stop us. Your choice.
Superman.
Oh.
Nice.
Being bad makes me feel bad, man. Playing games with problems would have landed in an empty parking lot. Still, man, I don't know. Just doing something like that on purpose. I think I'm gonna puke. Oh, no, okay.
We need to find out how extensive this reality change is, and we need to get off the streets. Come on. I can't get anything coming off. I can't.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I like that.
The way you caught that crane like it weighed nothing.
Very, very impressive.
Nice.
Escaped. Sir, we are quite sure you will bring them back to justice.
No one can escape Superman.
They're going to Caitlin.
You really think so? Sir, you are far too powerful.
Not Caitlin.
Ah, you're right, you're right. So the pipeline.
Must be subject one. She's been making noise all morning.
I'll handle this.
No. You stay on Alan and Queen.
I'll handle her.
I still like the outfits though.
Yeah. It was kind of like the soldiers and kind of Superman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know the real man who wears that cliff. It's not you. You're not Superman.
And yet, I am all that you once were. No offense to Barry Allen, but as a hero, you are so much more than just faster than a speeding bullet.
So you're imitating my powers and my family crest, but not my gender? Too afraid to be a woman?
Oh, I'm not afraid of anything. The Book of Destiny revealed to me all there is to know about Barry Allen and Oliver Queen, but for you and this Man of Steel, there was nothing. Nothing but the android you fought in Central City. It's as if you don't exist in this world.
And that's why you locked me up and dampened my powers.
I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got here, but none of that matters because I am now you. New and improved. And you will never see the light of day again.
I'm gonna stop you.
There's nothing to stop. I am the hero this planet needs.
Thank you, Agent Danvers.
These cells are patrolled 24/7, so don't get any bright ideas, or you will end up hurting in a very painful way.
The only way out of here for you is in a casket.
Wow, she looks completely different.
Wait! Alex!
Oh, you think you know that, Agent? You see, I scrambled the reality of everyone on this Earth. No one is who they were. But I guess even rewritten destiny has a way of playing jokes. You'd be a good prisoner. Or I kill her.
You're a monster.
No. I'm Superman.
Tyler Hoechlin, man,
He can play both sides.
he is nailing this.
Yeah.
Okay, we get Cisco, breach to Earth 38, find real Superman.
That's the plan.
As long as this Cisco's willing to help us. The last
look like a
alternate
wrestling
version of Cisco I
tag
met was
They
not
do.
super helpful. Who knows how he's been rewritten this time?
Gentlemen, it's time we talked about your destiny.
All right, so here we are, guys. Episode 3. And, man, what do you think so far? So, I gotta say,
It has a great start to it.
it has an awesome start to it. Tyler Hoechlin nailing this. Knocking it out of the park as evil Superman. You know, I said last night, evil Superman has been kind of like a trope, you know, over the years and everything. But this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. And I'll say this. He does a really good job. He was very convincing. You could see like that evilness behind him, where he exudes this. You know, he could be the good guy in front of everybody else, but to the people that mattered, he was the same bad guy that he needed to be, and that was awesome. I agree with you, Antoine. It is time to get sweaty. All right, I think you meant sweaty, not sweetie. But yeah, dude. This is a nerdgasm waiting to happen, man. I tell you right now.
One thing I'm thinking is maybe since they see the black suit Superman as the hero of this Earth, maybe when the regular Superman comes, they're gonna see him as the villain.
Maybe. Jose says, Antoine, I'm sweating right now, bro. I can't make it stop. What was the one thing I wanted to comment on? There was something that I wanted to comment on that I saw there. That I wanted to say something about. Man, there's just so much that happened there.
Yeah.
So quickly, you know. Sorry, guys, we're kind of a little discombobulated. I was at work late today, and today is Logan's birthday.
His birthday, the hut.
Birthday boy.
It's Logan's birthday. He's just off camera here.
And his birthday dinner was homemade pizza, so mom's running around.
Yeah.
Making cupcakes.
So we're celebrating Logan's birthday. Everybody says happy birthday, Logan.
Thank you.
All right, so they're finishing getting their food and all that stuff. So that's what's kind of got everybody all around here. But man, what a great plan by them though to like make him go save the kids and everything.
So that way they could get away.
So that way they could get away.
I thought Barry's like, oh, I can't believe we did something like that.
Well, and man, the way he played that up with Supergirl, you know, I mean, that was great. That was super cool, no pun intended. I can't wait to see how this is going to end. I'm really hoping for some more John Wesley Shipp.
Yeah, because we got him for like 2 minutes yesterday.
What is our favorite Arrowverse show? I think we all really love The Flash.
I've said this before during a review. I don't have a favorite show, but I have a favorite season for each show.
You're just off camera. Nobody can see you, Isaac.
Oh, I'm waiting for.
I know he's waiting to turn the stereo back on.
Yeah.
And I think we're back here. Yep, we're back.
My interest is piqued. Possess neither power nor abilities, yet still manage to outwit an opponent. Powers of a Superman.
Yes.
It's just one word, Superman.
What is this?
If you're testing us, then let us get back to it.
Oliver Queen. Man who channels his hubris and anger and calls it strength. Are you truly that eager to die? No, not eager. Willing. Ready to.
Yours is still.
Good. Might be hope for this universe yet.
If that's supposed to be a pep talk, I've had better.
Self-sacrifice alone will not see you through this trial. Survival will only be found by knowing your true self. This world will be doomed. Like all the others.
Okay, that's enough.
Those are glass half empty.
We need to find Cisco.
Okay, well, if us good guys or bad guys stands to reason that our good guy friend is now bad guy.
Sure. Use DCPD. Where do girls hang out in the city?
They are afraid of us?
Don't like that. This is a terrible idea.
You keep saying that, and yet here we are anyway.
Allies and resources.
Oh my god.
Nice, it's Gary from Legends.
Sorry, I'm just a huge fan of your criminal history. You guys aren't heroes. Well, not heroes. Legends. Can I get you guys something? Apparently we need allies and resources.
Looking for Cisco remote.
You mean the boss?
Sure.
Ooh, the boss.
Nice.
Looks like a mob boss.
Guys, how cool would it be to see Brandon Routh as an alternate Superman though at some point in this?
Yeah.
Well, that's not nothing.
We love him as Adam. He is perfect.
Yeah.
Alex!
No!
No!
I'm not from where I come from. We're sisters.
You,
Oh wow, she has long hair.
you are as despicable as they come. I mean, the stories of all the twisted things that you've done.
Alex, I know things look one way to you, that I look one way to you, but the way things are, it's not real. Not really real. And if you just let me explain, I can tell you.
You are dangerous and you are clearly crazy. And I have work to do.
No, wait, just let me explain. I can tell you everything.
We need to talk. Make an appointment with my assistant. Should have an opening around. Go screw yourself. Oh, Cisco. We need your help. Listen. I don't know who you think you are, but around here, people call me Mr. Ramon.
You got a problem here, Mr. Ramon?
Nice.
Case in point. Jimmy, I think the pet shop boys here need an education in how things work around here.
I don't think that should be a problem. You don't call me Superman's worst pal for nothing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get your pizza.
So real quickly, the reason why we all screamed no was because the TV cut off again.
For a second.
The CW, like last night we were watching the last 4 minutes. If you were with us last night, the last 4 minutes, we didn't get to see the end of the show because it cut off. It wasn't our TV, it was CW. To all those asking, whether it be, thank you, Caleb. Appreciate it, man. Yes, Tristan and Beast. We would love to show it to you guys, but the reality is, like Caleb said, if we did, we would get a copyright strike. In fact, I will tell you this. Today, I actually got a copyright notice because of, you know, when we watch it, the sound is there. And so I actually got a copyright, it wasn't a strike, but it was a, it's basically a notice that they see it and that they are going to take over, you know, the monetization of the, of that video from last night's episode. And the funny thing was so I disputed it today because we only seem to have problems with WB, and I don't know why that is. You know, we're such fans of Warner Brothers and all things DC, and for some reason it's just Warner Brothers. But I will say this: I'm trying to work with Warner Brothers. I've actually contacted Warner Brothers to try to officially work with them and get some kind of license or whatever, so that stops. But I disputed yesterday's copyright notice, and they dismissed it. And so that was great. So they dismissed it. And so, but yeah, so if we showed the screen, we would definitely get a copyright strike because they're definitely always watching, and they know what you do. I mean, the tags are there in the sound, in the audio track, and so they know. And YouTube won't do anything except for allow you to dispute it. And then once you dispute it, it's totally up to, even though what we do is completely legal in the fact that we do commentary on it and we use it for educational purposes and also for to critique. Those are all fair use protected under the copyright law, but it's completely up to the discretion of the copyright holder. And the only thing you can do after that is just the only thing you can do after that is try to dispute it again. But if you dispute it again and they turn it down, you get a copyright strike. And I'm not looking to get the channel deleted. I kind of like the channel. I kind of like hanging out with you guys. So so this way we do this. And really the only reason we even started doing this was because our subscribers said that they would like for us to, they'd like to watch The Flash with us. And so we started doing that. And so that's why we do this. So we're glad to be here with you all. Let's see here. Have other people, YouTuber, Jose says other YouTubers have been having those copyrights from WB as well. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just trying to be careful. Well, what's that? If you ever get a copyright strike, you should switch to Rabbit website. Oh, for live streams, I mean. I'd have to look into that. Thank you, Caleb, because, I mean, that might be something that eventually we look into, you know, and do kind of a sister broadcast kind of thing.
We also mentioned because of Logan's birthday today, as soon as this is done, we're going to have to do a quick review so we can do gifts.
Yeah.
But also, me and Isaac, with you being out of it tomorrow because of your thing that you haven't done, we're going to catch up on Legends so we can promise them a review this week before he goes to his dad.
Awesome.
We only have 3 episodes, and we can bang those out.
So once this is done, I know it's the last night, and it's like we're gonna have the whole thing to recap. Yeah. But it is Logan's birthday today, so we're gonna do a quick recap and just kind of talk about what we loved about it and everything, and then we shall.
We can even talk later in the week or a day or 2 from now. That way we can kind of be like, hey, now that I've had a couple days to think about it, what did you think of this? That would be something nice. We just want to make sure that Logan doesn't get messed over for opening up his gifts.
Yeah, we want to make sure Logan has a good birthday.
Birthday to Hut.
Because he's been waiting all day. So here we go. It's back on. Thanks for watching, guys.
Look, we don't want any trouble. We just have a business proposal for Mr. Rimmer. A business proposal? I'm gonna pass. You see, I like watching my people go bleeding on other people.
So I guess we got that in common.
We've got this, right? Totally.
I can't believe Gary Wentz
Is now
here.
okay time to ask for a selfie?
You think he's still missing a nipple?
Stop!
Jimmy, what are you thinking? What are you gonna kill him here, now? Gary's still cleaning up from the last mess you made, Clockwork Orange. Threw him out in the alley.
All right, come on, let's go.
Wait. I knew your brother. Dante.
Stop.
Hold up.
How'd you know Dante?
It's a long story. If he were here, he'd tell you to listen to our proposal.
What's that proposal?
How'd you like to get rid of Superman?
Alright, I've got legends to keep and miles to go before I sleep, so talk fast.
Right, first we need to know if you can vibe.
Can I vibe?
Teleport. Open a breach. You can still do that, right?
Rhetorical question. How do you think I got into all those bank vaults?
So he still has his power.
But you didn't know that. You came in here not knowing if I could do what you thought I could do. That's very risky.
We're kind of desperate.
So good.
Please keep giving me more reasons to not do business with you.
All right, listen, you could use your powers for so much more than breaking into bank vaults.
Go back to the part about taking down Super Dick. That's the part I want to hear.
We're gonna get to that.
For now, I can teach you how to use your powers to get to a whole different Earth.
A whole different Earth. Tell me more.
Danvers.
He's cool as that character.
Big guy's out, checking down the lead on the twins. You know, Diggle can monitor these sorry sacks from upstairs. Why don't you take that? That's okay. I still have some work to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's the 3rd time in just as many weeks I've told you to go home, and you've turned me down. You know, this sorry little pout's really bringing me down. So why don't you want to go home? Boyfriend troubles? No. Boyfriend? No boyfriend presently. I thought you were dating that dweeb in IT. Not impressed, by the way. Okay, it was a couple of dates.
Long hair.
And now he's dating Pam in HR. Boy's got a type. Also, not impressed. You need to leave this place. You've got to get a life. Look, I love what I do. The work is important. Well, now he's that little big guy. And you and I both know I don't mean that as a compliment. Look, I'm sure the work we do for the city is great, but half of what we do around here is really just to prop his ego up. Truth, justice, and the American way. More like me, myself, and I. All work and no play doesn't just make a girl dull. It turns your heart to ice. And trust me, that ain't fun. I appreciate the offer. I'm gonna stay just the same. Suit yourself.
Earth 38.
Thank God we're
Fortress of Solitude.
Only took 17 tries.
Oh, I see. You're a comedian. Hey, guess what? Your friend's a comedian.
Still Barry?
Oh, no,
Yeah. Oh, so it's fixed. That's great.
Oh no.
Kara?
Mr. Ramon, am I supposed to believe this guy's Superman? Would you get him off the street? You don't even look like him. Hey, what's this?
Oh!
Yeah, you really shouldn't touch that.
Hey, you could throw a party with this thing. Get some party favors. You know, I know a guy.
Look, everything is back to normal. Well, not everything.
Where's Kara?
Oh,
Honey, to me. I told you I'm not from this earth. The Alex on my earth spent a summer in Nagano with Jeremiah and Eliza when she was 6. She was homesick. And a girl from the village helped her sneak down to one of the temples one night. She wrote a note and she put it in a crack in the wall, hoping it would come true.
I was 7, not 6. And that little girl in the village, she taught me that rhyme. It means
Picky swear. And my Alex taught it to me the first night we snuck out together to go flying. You know, my Alex was always drawn to service, so it's not surprising that you care deeply, so deeply, about this world and all the people in it. But on my earth, Alex doesn't just have a job. She's in charge of a place like this.
she's in charge.
She's a leader who's just and proud. When someone tells her to do something she knows is wrong, she gives them hell. And she does what's right. She doesn't have powers like I do, but she's a hero. And she has the biggest heart of anyone I know, even though she doesn't always like to show it. And she has good friends, a real family of support that she's created for herself. And she doesn't hide who she is. She wants a wife and kids. She's optimistic that she can have it all. It's not an if, it's a when.
She sounds pretty awesome.
She is. I know I'm not your sister on this planet. I guess my pod didn't land here, but you're still that person. I can tell. I know it. Superman rewrote this reality to make us all his prisoners. I think you're smart enough to see through him.
If I were to let you out of that cell, you'd what? Stop him?
Piggy swear.
He's changed all of Central City, maybe even the whole world. Everybody thinks he's you and we're bad.
I mean, I am bad.
Your bottom line, car's nowhere to be found. If we get the book back, we should be able to rewrite reality again.
Yeah? How are you gonna do that? You got a magic pen lying around somewhere behind these ice walls?
It's not a pen, it's just a mind. I've encountered books like this before. The author writes things into existence through sheer force of will. But changing the story comes at a cost.
Do you have any idea where the book is?
If I were him, I'd keep it somewhere secure enough to also hold a Kryptonian.
Easy. Star Labs. That place is under lock and key. I did time there once.
Hey, so do we. We did. What'd you do?
Did I say you could touch me? Did I say you could touch me?
I like his accent.
I missed that part.
No.
I have to go. Whoa. A traitor in our midst.
You know, when I said you should get out there and start dating Danvers, this isn't quite what I had in mind.
I warned you.
No, I tricked her into opening my cell. We don't know each other.
Yes, we do. She's my sister.
Well, then you can burn together. Hi. Nice suit.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
The CW crossover event is brought to you by the new movie Aquaman. Keep watching to see Jason Momoa make some waves.
Alright, let's gonna turn.
Life got you feeling upside down.
Oops. What did I do?
Sergeant, you're released.
That's all right. I don't.
Reconnect with your inner self. And then get over it.
Turn it
You're a
on.
freaking superhero.
Alright.
Hey, Isaac, are you having more?
Yeah.
Oh, Aquaman looks awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yours over here.
I'm the protector of the deep. The war is coming to the surface, whether you like it or not.
We must stop them.
Your mother always knew you were special.
It's Jango Fett.
She believed you'd be the one to unite our two worlds.
Atlantis has always had a king. Now we need something more.
Well, what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
Aquaman. Rated PG-13. Experience it in IMAX December 21st.
Awesome.
You hear about the
All right, guys. So, man, Superman showed up. I was wondering what he was going to say. I almost thought he was going to say, I'm Superman. But, nice little speech there by Kara to bring around,
Are you having more, or are you done?
bring her around. One second, Isaac. I'm going to try to get you here on the screen. There we go. That's something there. All right. But yeah, so she got Kara. Kara got Alex to let her out. That was awesome. And it was cool that she stood up for Kara at the end there. That's cool. What's up, Duke? Good to see you. Good to see you back. Good to see everybody who's here tonight. Great to have each and every one of you as we finish watching the Elseworlds crossover. Man, is it just me, or does it seem like this whole thing has just gone by way too quick?
Yes.
It's already 30 minutes in.
I know, we're already halfway done with this last episode. I just feel like there could be so much more. I mean, I don't know how you guys feel. I just feel like there's just like...
It's going way too fast.
It's going way too fast. All right, I think it's coming back. It's back on.
Oh, that's my cue. I'm out. You ladies have fun.
Alex, you're here. What are you doing here?
That's never reality, guys.
No, it's okay. He's not actually bad. No, he's fine.
No, I'm good.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not badass.
Sorry. It's okay. We're taking, Superman keeps something valuable. Anything of importance to him, he keeps in a place called the Fortress of Solitude. I'll take you there.
Just came from Fortress of Solitude.
Jeff, you're missing this. No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying I'm sorry for you because you're missing this awesome. Uh-oh. They're going through buildings. Somebody's going to complain. He just smiled at him. Tugging on Superman's face.
To be the villain for once.
This isn't the fortress of anything. This is the time vault.
It's unlocked.
Alright, well, how does one go about rewriting reality?
You must still be weak from the pipeline.
Are you okay?
I don't know how they can do this. Well, can I suggest that whatever it is we need to find out, we do far away from here?
Clark knew how to do it.
I'll get this to him.
Superman!
friend dies. Not if I kill you first.
Oliver, don't! Not to save me. You don't have to do this. You don't have to shit on your darkness. You can overcome it. You can be different. You can be better.
Wow.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the monitor's test.
What is that?
We only get 6 minutes at a time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're getting. I think that's the one thing about it is that it just seems like we keep getting all these little short segments. It's like, let stuff play out. I don't know.
The heroes are back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, Duke. It would have been nice. That's what I said that last night. Is that the one time where it seems like we would really have liked to have seen 4 nights of this.
We only get
3 because no legends.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Black Lightning don't cross over, so can't do that.
Let's see. Wow. No, so that's another. Caleb, you're right. So we got just a little snippet of Batwoman last night, and so far we have not seen Jay Garrick's Flash.
You mean 90s Flash?
Or yeah, 90s Flash. I'm sorry. John Wesley Shipp's Flash, I should say. We have not seen him in this episode at all. So it would have been nice to get that. It would have been super cool to see all that, and not just the little like here they are and then they're gone. But still, yeah. Even so, it's still been super cool to see. And
still about like 20 minutes left, but that's with commercials.
That's true. Yep. So we still have like a half hour left, so there's still a lot left. The fight scene was good, Jose. You know what? Here's the one thing, though. Why is it that everything that ever shows Superman fight these days, he just gets his butt handed to him? I don't understand that.
Superman had to fix things. He's the only one that could open the book.
Wait, you're talking about fight
I'm talking about the fight scene, though. The fight scene, like, he's fighting essentially himself.
Quit hitting yourself.
And he's still getting his butt kicked. I don't understand that. It just kind of seems to be like the thing to do. It's like, I don't know. No, I do like the fact, though, that they made it that Superman had to be the one
to fix everything.
Not her.
Not
her, because typically that would have been...
if it was an actual...
No, Killer Frost did not use her powers yet. Hopefully she uses them later.
She's just looking kick butt and just looking like Frost.
Well, and she's still evil. Or, well, not evil, but she's still on the side of Superman, so he had to take out... Now, here's something that I didn't catch last night. We didn't say anything about last night in the episode last night.
Easter egg?
Yes, the
John
Diggle.
Yeah, because in season 1 of Arrow, everybody's asking, is John Diggle going to eventually become a Green Lantern?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they said, and CW basically shot that down. I was like, no, that's Warner Brothers won't give us the permission for Green Lantern.
But then when he came through the breach, he says, "Why aren't you wearing your ring?"
Why aren't you wearing your ring?
So probably on his Earth, he's probably a Green Lantern.
Green Lantern, yeah. So that was pretty cool because I missed that. I heard the ring thing, but I didn't for some reason it didn't.
Yeah, and I was trying to be like, okay,
it was delayed reaction.
When did they mention that?
Yeah, why would he need a ring? Like it didn't hit there for me.
And then this morning I was like, it's John Stewart's Green Lantern. I was like, oh yeah, in season 1 of Arrow they were talking about that.
Well, you guys might like this. Jeff says we need more shows to get involved next. Crossovers, so we get 4 to 5 nights. Get Riverdale into the Arrowverse.
Exactly. Riverdale and Sabrina.
Riverdale could work with like Arrow and Black Lightning.
It could.
Okay, Caleb, I'll give you that. He says he's fighting a version of Superman Prime. Superman Prime is the strongest Superman in the multiverse. So at least in the comics, so there is precedent for that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
There you go. Southside moves to Gotham.
Things come back. All right, here we go.
I am shutting
No.
down Riverdale High.
Speaking of Riverdale.
Where you have.
Yeah, Jose, it does not.
I mean, after Toronto, well, 2 episodes.
Here we go.
You really look just like him. I hope that's where the resemblance ends. So he really rewrote the world with that book? He rewrote my life?
Yeah. That's funny. Because I feel like this was always me. I guess everybody does, right? This is you. Someone who's willing to stand up for what's right. And after all of this goes back to normal, that'll still be who you are. Your sister is a very lucky woman.
I'm a lucky sister.
Oh, what? Did you see that? It went to the,
Yeah.
to the Earth X version.
Rewriting reality again, or destroying it. There might be a way to slow him down. We literally slow down time. Come on, that's gotta be like only the 4th most crazy thing you've heard in the past 3 hours.
I'm married.
If Supergirl and I travel around the globe in opposite directions at just over Mach 7, we should be able to create enough centrifugal force to slow the Earth's rotation.
And everything else.
Really?
Get the book out of Deacon's hands and bring us back to normal.
We can do this.
You both die. When I opened the book, I watched both of you die doing exactly what you're talking about. It's in the book. It's destiny.
I believe Clark.
We have to try something. Ready?
Kara! Where are you going? I have an idea. Just get the book. And Barry and Kara? We need to hope destinies can be rewritten.
I know you're in there, you son of a bitch! I'm not afraid of you. Not impressed by you. Stop with these games and show yourself!
Oh!
So much passion and hubris. Think that if you just yell loud enough, you can command a god.
You're not a god.
Yet there isn't a name for what I am, so I suppose God will have to do. Your time is limited. I'm not sure what little remains is best spent making demands of me. I already told you what you had to do.
I know what happens to Barry and Kara.
Now you're here in the faint hope I can alter it.
Well, you just said you were a god. Now, I don't think you're testing us to see if we're strong enough. I think you're testing us to see if we're good enough.
And I don't think in any of the universes you've tested that anyone has ever stood and confronted you like this.
Yes. You are the first of the multitude.
I'm not who you need. You said I'd pass the test if I knew my true self? My true self is filled with darkness. Barry and Kara are different. They inspire hope. They inspire people because they are the best of us. And if this test of yours is going to kill our best chance at stopping this crisis, well, as gods go, you're not a very smart one.
The universe is a complex piece of machinery, and balance must be maintained. One change requires another. How would you propose I keep the balance?
can't just wear that symbol on your chest and call yourself a hero, Deegan. Our powers amplify who we are. And the way you've been using yours tells me you don't have the metal for this. No, you're wrong. I did it. I did it big enough. I've already done the same again.
Oh, Hazel's back.
You see? There is no defeating me. I am the master of this world!
Blah, blah, blah. It's a bit much, don't you think?
Honey?
Honey? Yes, dear?
Enormous robots.
Ooh, nice.
The powers of Superman. This is exciting. And thank you for including me.
I'll protect the civilians. Finish this. It's over, Deegan. No! I decide who's story it.
I like you better in blue.
Oh.
You can't contain your world.
Oh my god!
Try doing one thing that scares you over break.
Hmm. I don't think this commercial is going to be very long to.
I understand that.
Okay.
I like the Superman callback. I like the reference.
Yeah. No, Caleb, I get you as far as equal power wise with Superman. I get what you're saying. But Supergirl takes a lot of liberties with Superman. I mean, Tiffany even loves Supergirl, the show. But even she admits every time they turn around, they basically
Steal
make
stuff from Superman.
yeah, they basically steal everything from Superman and make it out to all be Supergirl. I mean, everything from her villains to what really ticked me off was season 1. I loved the show until before they showed Tyler Hoechlin at the very end of season 1 where Superman comes back to Earth and they show him coming. They think he's going to save everybody, and he comes and he's basically brainwashed just along with everybody else. And they did that whole. I'm sorry, it's stupid. It was the dumbest storyline I'd ever seen, where they tried to say that Kara was not affected because she was Kryptonian, but Clark was affected by the brainwashing because he had watched too much Sesame Street as a kid, because he had relegated too much to this planet. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. It doesn't matter. His physiology is still the same. He's still Kryptonian. And then, you know, they've done a lot of that stuff where Superman gets brainwashed. I'm not saying that Supergirl could never beat Superman in a fight. I'm just saying everything is always at the expense of Superman to make her look stronger on the television show. Anytime they have Superman there. So I am glad that for once they did this. Okay, it's back on.
strength than I did.
I don't know Carr as well as I know Barry. When things get tough, he doesn't slow down. Even Steve runs faster.
How's my cousin to a T?
Then you know why I had faith in him.
Nice.
Huh.
Does the book say anything about what I should do with this?
It's Meso's motherboard.
That's awesome.
But what did he sacrifice?
I know.
So this is kind of becoming an annual thing, huh?
God,
Is that him? Are you smiling?
I kind of like you guys.
I hope to see you all again soon.
Preferably without giving Lois another reason to dive headfirst into danger.
Dive where you dive, babe. Cisco, would you do the honors?
Anything for my favorite Kryptonian. That's right, I have a favorite Kryptonian.
Yes, a good choice.
That's pretty. Not looking like pretty. That's his human.
Until next time. Peace out from your favorite Kryptonian. Wow, you did so much work while I was gone. This place looks amazing.
Yeah, well, wanted to make sure it was all good for Mom.
Mom?
So, Brady and John went back to National City?
Did he call us?
Oh. Hope you realize that being a part of the DEO, not being a part of the DEO, you don't need an organization to keep the world safe. And no matter the universe, you and Alex, you'll find a way to have each other's backs.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, you really are so much stronger than me, Cara. Every time we're together, I see it. Which is why I know what I'm doing is okay.
What are you doing, Clark? You need to stop beating around the bush. People like people who are direct. What is going on? I told you we had a lot of fun on Argo.
Lois.
We're all adults.
Is she pregnant?
You have me, baby. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Congratulations! This is so great. So happy for you.
And the safest place for Lois to be is on Argo.
When the baby starts kicking. Oh, yeah, that would be awful. So you're gone another 9 months.
A little longer than that. Look, this fight, it reminded me of everything that I could lose. But the only reason I feel safe hanging up my cape for a while is because of you. The world doesn't need Superman if it has Supergirl.
It's actually probably a bit safer.
Oh.
A study out of Harvard last year said that women respond better than men under competitive pressure. We are better in a crisis. We're apt to ask questions before punching. Not that you are not totally terrific.
Bottom line, the world's safe with you.
I miss you guys.
I thought they were going to show his mom.
Honestly, the world might be fine with just Cara Danvers. Your cousin ain't half bad. Clark.
What?
It's burning.
Oh, no.
Next time, use your deep vision.
Oh, you're right. Sorry. I wanted tonight to be special.
Why?
Because I want every night to be special. I mean, with you. But also special.
That dress is very reminiscent
Forever.
of Kidder.
With you. I'm so bad at this.
What did I tell you, Kansas? Be direct.
Lois Lane.
You didn't get a chance to see
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
I like this jerk thing. So nice to be able to feel the effects of alcohol again.
Yeah, super speed has its pluses and its minuses.
Always hungry. It's burning holes in my shoes.
You're not gonna miss anything about it.
There were a few times where I was running so fast. It was like things were standing still. Everything just felt really clear to me. I'm gonna miss that.
Flash time.
What?
That's what I call it.
Do they have a name for everything?
Oh, I know.
So I feel like I should be thanking you for something. The monitor. You talked to him, didn't you? You got him to change your destiny somehow.
You and Guard changed your destinies, Barry, by being the heroes that you always have been. Hey, I've been you. I lived it. I felt it. You're a good man.
So are you. Even if you don't want people to believe it.
You're not as good as you think I am. But because of you, I think I'll get there someday.
Should I hug it out?
No. And I really mean it this time. Twice you've made me hug you. No.
Alright.
So you do it the right way?
We'll propose a toast
That's what I did. I said
to appreciating what you have.
Like Constantine.
However long you might have it.
He set himself like Constantine when he's got time. That's it.
Thought you were done with us.
Wishful thinking.
Ooh.
I just came from Arkham. Tell me this deranged doctor of yours isn't going to be a bigger problem.
Deacon? Why?
Because I hear he's made a friend.
Don't worry, Doctor. Everything is as it should be. The stage is set.
Joker.
Worlds will live. Worlds
Yes!
will die. And the universe will never be the same.
Dang it.
Coming fall 2019. Price is up.
What?
Hey, it's Nafisa Williams.
Oh my
A
gosh!
new episode of Black Lightning is coming up next.
What?
It's over.
No, it is not.
It's just getting started. Check out the CW app for an exclusive sneak peek of The Flash,
It feels good to be out of there.
Supergirl,
Carl Danvers' life is over.
What?
Arrow.
You must be really desperate.
Watch them now, only on the CW app.
Wouldn't have it.
I don't know how that's gonna work.
Unless all the shows do a time jump next season.
Or unless it's sped things up somehow.
By
Or,
doing this, by him going back and forth and changing things so much, he buried the universe. Get it?
oh my gosh. So they just basically sped everything. I thought they were going to announce the Batwoman
The show.
show. There's a Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Well,
In the fall of next
because,
year?
Because that guy with the gold mask, he's supposed to be Psycho Pirate. And he plays a huge part in Crisis.
Okay.
So, I could see that. Like, that's what I isn't, but how would...
So okay, so we got to go through all these comments here. I'm going to go from the newest one back here real quick. First of all, Jose says, "Are they serious?"
Yeah, crazy.
UAV game says, "Well, goodbye, Grant Gustin."
Yeah. Because as of this season, we know that he's still gone like 20 years after Crisis.
Oh my god, we all just, I think, just had the exact same reaction. Like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah.
I like what Caleb
watch all the
says.
shows.
What's that?
God, I hope they do a Superman show they were talking about so they can fix some of this crap.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we were just talking while you were off screen, and I was telling the reasons why I was having issues with Supergirl. And Caleb, God love him, man. Caleb is a smart guy, and Caleb, you have earned my respect over these last few weeks, getting to know you and everything. But Caleb was talking about Supergirl, and he gave some actual, reasons why Supergirl would be able, to beat Superman or has beaten Superman in the past or whatever. And I just, talked about what I thought about the show, what we've talked about the show, of what they do to Superman. And then that whole last crap fest.
Oh yeah, I think I should leave.
She just, they took the
that was
entire
garbage.
3 nights and they just crapped it.
They just flushed everything that I was.
That Superman just
but of course, it was the Supergirl episode that did it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was garbage. When it comes to Superman, everything there in that last 10 minutes was absolute crap.
But it is. But it seems like it's his way of saying I'm taking a break because I want to propose to my woman who's pregnant.
Okay, but let's go over that too. Okay, so look, listen. I understand that everybody has a different view on different things and whatever. But look, we are not talking about average person in the world with whatever they feel about relationships and extramarital relationships, whatever. But this is Superman. Superman, first of all, they got him having a kid out of wedlock, first of all. They got him knocking up Lois Lane before they get married. And then, oh yeah, you know what? She's pregnant. I should probably propose to her. What? That's like Supergirl telling Alex last year. I had a problem with this too. Because look, people can live...
Alex had a one-night stand with, what's her name?
With White Canary. And here's the thing. People can live their life however they want to live. And I'm not saying that people are bad or whatever. You can do whatever you want to do.
But on a show that kids watch.
But Supergirl, but this is a show that kids watch and stuff. And Supergirl told Alex that, you know what? Sometimes you just need that. You know, you just need to have a one-night stand to get it out of your system and stuff. Supergirl should not be imparting that kind of wisdom. That is not what those two heroes should be saying. And this whole thing about, well, no, you know what? You're better than me. I gotta go. I mean, it's stereotypical. It's what they've done ever since the beginning.
Didn't have to do that to emasculate to be able to make herself look better.
What I think they should do is if they do make the Superman show, have him like with him leaving, have him stay off of Supergirl, and maybe have that set up his show. If they do.
But Supergirl still takes Superman stuff.
Yeah.
All of the villains, all of the everything. I like Supergirl. I like I think the show is doing pretty good. But it's those things that add up and take away.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get off that soapbox. But yeah. So let's talk about the fact that we're getting Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
And everybody, I mean, that's what we want to talk about, right?
Wait.
It's happening. Like UAV Game says, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. No, Diego, Barry did not die.
No.
Jeff says that he's not ready for Crisis yet until after the 10th season of Flash.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Like, you're going to have to somehow speed the whole thing up or like... Okay, can we talk about for a second the Superman the movie reference?
Yeah, I like that.
Where they run around the world to slow down the Earth. I mean...
You and I looked over each other at the exact same time once they said that.
I know. Like, and even showing them running around the Earth and stuff. I mean, dude, looked just like Superman the movie.
I think that that Arrow... I think that he gave up, because Constantine on Legends, he pretty much is kind of like signed his soul over the devil, and he's living on borrowed time. I think that's me personally, I think that's the kind of deal that he made.
Yep. Because
when they were sitting at the bar there, he was saying, he's like, yeah, whatever time you have left. Maybe he gave part, for so long or whatever to get that arrow, whatever it was to help save the day. Maybe it had something to do with his own mortality. Because he said, I'm evil, I'm not good like them. So he said, fine, you want to do that? You want to barter? And maybe that was to show how good he can be if it means giving up a part of his life.
Well, let's take that to the next level. Yeah. So, maybe he bartered with everything and said, look, whatever test that you say is coming, bring that on, let us handle that right now. Instead of waiting, however long or whatever.
That would be the Crisis.
Yeah, he said maybe he told Monitor, hey, look, we're worthy of doing this. Help us out in this situation.
So that we can better fight.
So that we can better fight whatever's coming next.
That's just my thought. That's what I think is he pulled a Constantine with himself.
Or like Jeff said, Nora made the Crisis much earlier, just like Cicada.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that could be a simple answer, but I don't think that's probably the whole thing. But hey, Thomas Dang, what's up, man?
If they did that, they need everybody to do that. Like,
yeah.
Holy cow.
That's when you need the people.
I think it was funny. I do think it's funny though when they were like, "This seems to happen like this time every year."
Yeah, Caleb, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be religious and everything. I mean, that's fine. I get all that, and like I said, I'm not saying that everybody has to adhere to that same kind of moral belief system or whatever, right? I mean, everybody has their own life that they can live, and that's fine. It just does bug me that it's Superman and Supergirl, because I just don't think that they should be imparting those. I mean, Superman was always supposed to be this character that kind of stood up above the rest.
Lived to like a higher moral standard.
Yeah, with that, he doesn't have to be preachy. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to be perfect. He doesn't have to. I'm not saying that the man has to be a virgin and whatever. I'm not even saying all that. I'm just saying, to show him knocking up Lois. I mean, Superman 2. He sleeps with Lois in Superman 2, and you don't see me freaking out about it. I get that. But to show him knocking her up and then proposing, that just, I don't know, there's something about that just doesn't sit well with me. And then, like I said, the whole thing of, I mean, going out of their way for Superman to basically just gush over Supergirl. I mean, it just didn't even feel natural.
I did like the jokes though that they said about this seems to happen this time every year, and with Dibney, it's not even a Tuesday. I know, becoming an annual thing. That was awesome. No, the guy in the mask is Psycho Pirate. So he plays a big part in the Infinite Earths in the Crisis.
You know what, Ghostlighter, you are welcome. Man, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who joins us, but thank you so much for saying that, Ghostlighter. Also, yes, I'm glad that we just got to see John Wesley Shipp. Even though we didn't get to see him do much, it was just awesome to see John Wesley Shipp as the Flash. Come on.
It would have been awesome if at the bar scene when they were sitting there talking that you could have had Pa Kent or like Rosenbaum or somebody sit down and look over for a second and just that would have been.
I was expecting on the Smallville set. I was expecting there when she mentioned his mother.
When he's like, I'm doing this for Ma. I was waiting for her to just walk out.
How cool would it have been to see Annette O'Toole?
Oh my gosh.
Pull up and be like Clark, right?
Thanks for all this, Clark.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been sweet.
She said out the door and yell something and then.
See, we could write this stuff. Just saying. Cameo doesn't take that much.
But if they do a Crisis next year, then that's when you need the people from Smallville to make it like a Crisis.
I know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you're gonna do Crisis, man,
get everybody.
Maybe
get Welling and Rosenbaum there.
Maybe this season with them doing this. Maybe this will be the thing that ignites to bring back all these people from all these different shows. Maybe that will bring in people from Smallville to say, yeah, you know what, we'll reprise the roles. And we'll get people from different TV shows or cartoons or whatever. I want to know, have any of you guys seen...
And how Batwoman's doing this to bring her world.
Yeah, absolutely. But have you ever seen... I think I may have you... Yeah, I had you guys watch it. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, Turtles in Time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever watched Turtles in Time? It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that came out a few years ago, and basically it combined the turtle multiverses. So you had all these turtles. So you had all the different animated versions of the turtles. They even showed a picture at one point. Okay, yeah, some of you are seeing that. So I think and there was a rumor a few years ago that they were going to do a movie that was similar to that, where it was a multiverse movie, a Justice League multiverse movie, where you were going to see flashes of everything from Michael Keaton's Batman to Christopher Reeve's Superman to all the cartoons to 1960s Burt Ward and Adam West, and all those people combined together, kind of like the Turtles in Time thing, where you saw all these different versions. If that's where they're going with that,
that'd be sweet.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, like you said, like somebody said, I mean, there's 90 Earths so far that we know about.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's obviously infinite Earths.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, if that's going to be the case,
they're picking and choosing which ones they want to talk about or show.
Yeah, obviously they're going to pick that. But if that's going to be the case, you got to fill it with something, right? Because if you're going to say it's infinite Earths, oh, guys, the possibilities.
They're endless.
They're going to have to build up in the next year for that.
Yeah.
But it means that it's got a lot of stuff that it can pull from all these different shows now. I mean, who's to say they couldn't bring on, like, you know, Black Lightning and all this other stuff to tie that in?
Yeah, I mean,
Crisis is going to have to be like a week-long thing, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Have to.
Yeah, like what
you're not going to be able to do that in an hour.
That's the thing. I remember watching, and maybe this is a bad example because it was only a half-hour show.
An hour's not enough.
It was only a half-hour show, but like I remember watching like G.I. Joe. They had a few different like mini-series things where it took like a whole week. And I remember being a kid, like the very first. Well, no, He-Man didn't do that. G.I. Joe did this thing where like their very first thing where they introduced the original G.I. Joe cartoon was a week-long series. It was like a mini-series. And so every day you'd come home from school and man, there'd be the next chapter in it. And it would just be that week and it would come to a resolution after a week. And then I think they did like 3 or 4 of those because the first one was like the weather, or not the Weather Dominator, somebody help me. It wasn't the weather, one was the Weather Dominator. There was also Pyramid of Darkness, Arise Serpentor Arise, all those. And so they did those things. That's what you need to do with this. This needs to be a 5-night event. Where it's just like the whole, especially if you're going to do Crisis on Infinite Earths, you cannot do Crisis on Infinite Earths in 3 days like this.
Yeah.
Not with that many commercials.
Yeah. Elseworlds, it seems like we need, Elseworlds, I felt like we need a little bit more of Elseworlds. Like,
yeah.
3 nights didn't seem like enough for Elseworlds.
It seemed like there was a lot in the setup.
Yeah.
There was so much setup.
With all this stuff, like, oh yeah, they're wearing each other's suits, oh yeah, there's going to be John Wesley Ships Flash, oh yeah, there's going to be about Batwoman, and then it's just 3 nights.
Yes, the Flash 65, we've talked about that the last couple nights, about the Dark Knight movies, you know, with that Bane mask.
Yep, and then I was watching a video, I can't remember whose video I was watching, but they said the Mr. Freeze gun that we saw yesterday in the backpack was from, was it Batman Forever, I think?
Was it from Batman Forever?
Yeah.
It was the same gun? Mm-hmm. So there you go. So he just said that you said that was confirmed?
Yeah. Yeah.
That the gun, the freeze gun was the same one used in Batman Forever.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, there's a whole bunch of connections then to just different things. Nope, well, that's not the season finale, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's just the mid-season finale for the holidays. It comes back in the middle of January. All the shows. Said Supergirl was coming back at the 10th, Flash was coming back the 15th, that kind of thing. Arrow.
One thing I think that Oliver might have sacrificed is, or like tried to change.
You just watched all of the episodes.
One thing I think he's trying to change is people knowing that he's the Green Arrow, because that's what basically caused like the snowball effect of he's like, okay, if I just admit I'm Green Arrow, that's gonna stop the crime and we're gonna stop the villain.
Is that what put him in jail?
Yeah, and that's what put him in jail. And then it kind of created like a snowball effect, like Felicity changed because she had to defend herself while he was in jail. And then John went off and did something else, and then everybody in the group went off and did their own thing. So it kind of created like this huge snowball effect.
If they made him forget that he was Green Arrow or anything like that, it would help him, like you said, to kind of restart everything, where he wouldn't have to deal with the issues he's dealing with Felicity. He would be able to start fresh.
Yeah. What did you say this time, Caleb?
Hey, baby. Look at that tail go.
Yeah, so will Barry die, Eduardo? I don't think Barry will die. I think with this show, you're not going to see Barry die. You're not, I mean, unless they're really just going to bring the show to an end.
Look at that. Thousands of Jimmy Dean sausage products may contain pieces of metal were recalled on Tuesday.
You heard it first right here, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Dean announces major recall. Your sausage may have pieces of metal in it.
Random facts, sorry.
You've been listening to our new segment, Random Facts with Tiff-tastic. Oh my goodness.
Pop my pimples because they told me to.
Oh boy. Yeah, no, I think, I mean, unless they were just going to absolutely end the show, which I don't think they're going to end it.
No.
Because with this season, the way that it's been so good.
Oh, it's so tasty.
You can't just end it. No, so
especially with all the shows, with how all the seasons have been so far.
Yeah, and they're just adding more shows, right? So.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
This just in: the Detroit Tigers signed Tyson Ross to a 1-year deal at $5.75 million. Right here on the Poindexter Lounge. That's
Tigers
sports thing.
But not good pitchers.
Oh.
So are we doing a review, or because we got a birthday gift?
Yeah. Okay. So let's pull this over here real quick.
Jump in the middle right here.
I mean, we've already been kind of talking about it. Whoops. Let me get this fixed here. Sorry, guys.
You can sit right here. I'm comfy here. I gotta get that squished down because I'm really comfy and the dog's on me.
Oh, let me get this switched around. All right, there we go. All right.
We've got toys back here anyway, so yeah, you sit here, Enosh.
Okay.
I'm trying to look to see if I can find it. So
it showcases your TIE fighter.
There you go. Jose says, well, it looks like I'm not going to work tomorrow because of that end tease. Oh, hey, Caleb. How cool would that be to see Kevin Conroy play some kind of role in that? You know who Kevin Conroy is?
The name sounds familiar.
Kevin Conroy has done the voice of Batman on the animated.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not in this.
That's why I said scooch over.
All right, there we go. There I am. It's a new little angle for you guys. Maybe even Mark Hamill.
It's because Tiff-tastic is super comfortable, and so
Mark Hamill.
He's been the
always
trickster
the Joker
a few times.
and the trickster on Flash.
Yeah, he's been trickster on Flash.
Mark Hamill, you know, Mark Hamill did announce that he's supposed to do some cool new, like top secret.
DC.
He didn't say DC, but some top secret thing coming up. So, yeah, they're not going to end the Flash. I agree with you, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's, but yeah, Caleb, yeah, that would be awesome to see Mark Hamill. Oh my gosh. Mark Hamill to do like voice the Joker. I thought that was the Joker at the end.
Oh, we did
Did
too.
you guys think that was the Joker at the end?
I thought that was Riddler, honestly, for me. I thought Riddler was starting to talk.
Riddler?
No,
What?
He didn't give any riddles.
No, like he was starting something, like he was going to build up to something and then say something and then it was going to switch away.
Oh.
Oh.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
What did you call him? A what pirate?
Psycho Pirate is what he's called.
Yeah, Jose. I mean, I really thought that was the Joker.
I did too.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I think it's funny that who's the doctor? That ever since being shot through the book, he's looking very much like the Emperor. His face.
Yes. Yeah. What's up with that, man?
Because it looks like the book went through him when he shot him with it. Because we don't know what that arrow was. It was blue.
Yeah. Shot through the book. Your face is aflame. What's up, Look?
This is our dog. He gives his owner a bath on the face.
This is
He's
my
like, Daddy, you look dirty. Let me wash you.
This is my personal crypto, the super dog.
I don't know if this will show up on it at all, but
Will it
yes.
show up?
What's that? Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Here we go. Let's show it. This is Psycho Pirate?
Yep.
There you go, folks. That's Psycho Pirate.
Psycho Pirate?
I can't even talk after that tongue bath.
Psycho Pirate.
Psycho Pirate, right there. So that's who the guy is.
In the gold mask.
In the gold mask. Okay.
Makes sense. He's got the theatrical things.
Yeah. So, there you go. Try to get it. There we go. Psycho Pirate. That's who's at the end there.
Yeah, I think I've been seeing with the golden mask the whole time.
Well, that's why was it the second episode when he's like, now the guys of Arkham rule, and he put his mask on.
Oh man.
Time to Reign or rule.
It was good to see Batwoman again at the end.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if it was just another little cameo there.
But it was probably just like a little reminder, like, hey, you like me? Like I can have a show too.
I can have a show too. I can superhero just as good as anybody else.
Show.
What's that?
I hope she gets the show.
I hope she gets a show too.
Oh yeah, she was kick butt.
Yeah, she was awesome. So where do we go from here, man?
I think we kind of need a couple week break now from this. I'm okay for the first time in forever. I'm okay with a couple weeks off because it's like I need to just like. Oh.
Wow.
How are they going to come back?
Caleb said, just imagine if Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill came in as the live-action Batman and Joker of Earth 93.
Oh, cool.
And it's just the live-action versions of their animated counterparts.
That would be cool. So stinking awesome.
Oh! Caleb!
I feel like...
What you're doing to me, man!
Killing me, Smalls.
Oh!
I feel like for Crisis, if it is 4 nights, and if it only is the 4 shows, I feel like they need to maybe extend it maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Something.
They've done it for Walking Dead before.
Have they?
Yes, Walking Dead's like, yeah, we can't fit into this hour time period. We're going to extend it to an hour and a half.
Yeah, the only problem is they're on a network.
Yeah.
And because of that, they need. We almost peed our pants when they thought it was going to cut off again in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. Oh, so if you guys were around, yeah, I know Caleb is killing us right now. If you guys were around at the beginning of the episode, our TV cut out again. Well, the CW affiliate.
For just like 3 seconds, but it was enough to make us pee our pants.
It's like, what? No! I was like all Darth Vader and like, no! Oh,
That's
man.
why Isaac went and grabbed his iPad because he followed someone just in case it went out, so we wouldn't miss.
Eduardo, I think it's a given that Batman will show up by the next crossover.
Yeah.
With how much they talked about him last episode.
They're doing Crisis on Infinite Earths. You got to bring in a lot more than just these secondary characters.
With Gotham ending this year and or going into next year, and if they do have the Batgirl show, they said that he left 3 years ago, but who's to say they couldn't bring him back in her show if needed by the time Infinite Earths? I mean, they've got a lot of things they can work with. And if in Gotham, if they go that route, we can see how they age him, what they're going to do, how they're going to end it.
Man.
Yeah.
My brain is just working now, trying to think about all the implications.
And it's not until next year.
Well, it's next year, so there will be a reason why you know, Superman can come back from Argo City. Look, I get the reasoning. The reasoning is actually pretty decent. That if she is pregnant, that they would send her away
to keep her safe.
To keep her safe. I can actually buy that.
Yeah. I thought that was the most believable part.
Yeah, but just to go on and on and on and on and on.
Kara is like, the world is better without Clark.
You're so super. You're more super than I am.
You're the most super.
Yeah, but you know, Caleb, man, these guys, they do that stuff, right? So I mean, they bulk up and they do stuff, and you know, I guess it would depend on like what version of Batman we would get.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could pad him up.
Beyond Batman, or would it be?
Well, because I thought for Gotham that they're gonna jump ahead to end it.
And plus, we don't know how old this Batman is.
Yeah.
That's true. Caleb said, "Oh, please God, give the Gotham show actors a cameo in the Crisis crossover."
That would be cool.
We'll need the season break to process everything that we just saw with Elseworlds. I've never thought I'd say that. Yeah, Jeff, that's what Tiffany was just saying. I never thought that I'd need a break too, but after all that, it's like my head is just going.
I'm always so frustrated and angry that like man, now I gotta wait a couple weeks because of the holidays. Now it's like I need it. I'm okay with it.
Like how they could come back from the.
And and how are all these shows gonna jump back from all this?
Yeah. Like, are they gonna, like, is Iris gonna still remember the Elseworlds stuff, or is everything just go back to normal?
That's true.
Oh, that's a good question.
Is it gonna be just Barry and
Oliver that remember everything?
Yeah, who's gonna remember what after this?
Yeah, because obviously Oliver and Barry are in. Well, no, Legends was last night, but I was like, I don't know if this affected Legends at all for the rest of the season.
I thought it was awesome for the cameo from Gary.
Man.
He should have shown his missing nipple.
Yeah, because he keeps on bragging about it.
I know.
From where we're at.
He had a unicorn bite his nipple off.
Yeah.
It was a funny episode.
Yeah.
So, man, it was a good crossover.
It was.
I'll tell you this. Even with the crap show that was the last 5, see, why couldn't the TV have gone off this week or this night instead of last night when there was good stuff to be had? I wish it would have gone off tonight where we wouldn't have had to see all the crap stuff about Superman and Supergirl and all that junk. But still, even with all that, this crossover was more exciting and the best crossover yet. one of the things we talked about, though, I would like to see less setup to everything.
Yes.
Everything, you know, not 2 nights of set. It was like 2.5 nights of setup.
Half a night of setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 nights of setup.
Like just night 1.
Yeah.
And then night 2 and 3.
It's fixing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at like night 2's trying to stop it, and then night
Second
3's
night's like, look what we can do.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we give this episode? I almost called you Joe. I almost called him Joe. Jose gives this episode an 8.5. What do you give this episode, Tiff?
Seeing as I was making birthday pizzas in and out of the room, I was still watching most of it.
Shame.
Hey, I care about our son's birthday and making sure he has tasty dinner treats. I still think it would be about a 9 to a 9.5. Just because, minus the stuff with the Superman and Supergirl stuff, I thought it was awesome that Kara was able to get through to Danvers to help her, get her out, that kind of thing, to try to help. I do like that she couldn't read the book. It had to be Superman. I like that Barry and... I liked the back and forth and the changing, and I liked the storyline. There was just a couple discrepancies that I didn't like, so I'd probably give it closer to a 9.
Okay. Isaac.
I'd say an 8. I like the fight scenes in this episode, like especially with Superman fighting the evil version of him, and then
even Brainiac and
yeah, and then I like that everybody came in at the end, like Brainiac, Martian Manhunter, Barry, Oliver, Kara. I just like all of them came together, like to stop like the thing at the end. I like this crossover. I'd say this one's probably my favorite one.
Yeah. So you give it an 8?
Yeah, I say an 8.
Wow. So, Caleb says, I kind of want crossovers with all the failed DC shows, too. Birds of Prey, that failed Wonder Woman pilot, Super Pup.
Super Pup.
Super Pup. Oh, man, that failed Wonder Woman pilot.
Yes.
With
the
what?
chick from Orville.
Yes. That would be classic.
And Shield.
Show, you know, even if they just showed us like the same footage that we've been seeing bouncing around, you know, forever, you know, of some of these shows, that would still be, will be great. But, you know, everybody's talking about, you know, will Barry die? Will Oliver die? Let's talk about this. Somebody actually did die on Crisis on Infinite Earths, and that was Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl done died in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Maybe that would make you happy because her show would end.
Give her show to Superman.
And then Hecklin would have to come back. But seeing his acting chops playing both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Episode,
Yeah.
Dude needs his own show.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So here's my thing. So out of 10, I would say this last. So overall, I would give the whole thing a 9.
Yeah,
it was a great crossover overall. Tonight's episode, though, man, it was good. It was really good, but it still had those discrepancies that only a Supergirl episode does to me, and makes me.
It rubs you the wrong way.
Just rubs me the wrong way, and.
Did you have some Supergirl chafing?
You're right. You're right. The Flash did die. You're right.
I think you need some Gold Bond.
I'm sorry. You're right. How in the world did I? I'm just thinking Supergirl though. Somebody mentioned Supergirl, and I'm just like, all I can picture in my head. I guess when I think Crisis on Infinite Earths, like
Yeah, because in Crisis, didn't he run into the lightning bolt that struck him? Because he ran so fast? Or was that a different story?
What's that?
I can't remember. I think it was Crisis. Is Barry ran so fast that he turned into the lightning bolt that struck him. I can't remember if that was Crisis or if that was a different story.
Man, I can't. It's been so long since I've read Crisis. When I think of Crisis, Wookie, dog's getting in the way here. When I think of Crisis, I just think of that iconic picture of Superman holding her. And we already got that in the Supergirl show. Mm-hmm. But I think of that iconic moment, you know. Which one's Isaac? Isaac's here in the middle. But I'm posting as Isaac. I've been posting as Isaac, so that's kind of...
Because we're using his Enash's phone to tape the show. We're using Isaac's phone so that we can read the comments and answer in real time.
That's... Okay, we need to get the dog out of here. What's the dog trying to get?
He's trying to get a toy.
He's trying to get a toy underneath of us.
Pushed under, like right there.
Push something underneath here.
He's looking at you like, Daddy, get it for me.
I can't see it. Landon, can you come over here and get it?
Isaac's trying to get it from behind the couch.
Okay, so Caleb says in Crisis he died. They later retconned it so he became... That's right. In Crisis he died. They later retconned it, Isaac, so that he became the lightning bolt that gave him his powers.
Yeah, because I remember reading something about that.
Yeah.
I just can't remember when. What it was.
Yeah. So, but the thing is like, you know, so Supergirl died. The Flash died. How do you do Crisis on Infinite Earths without killing everybody?
They got a year to figure it out.
Especially if they're making a Batwoman TV show this early in season 1 of her show, and then...
I will say this. I am so happy, though, because they used the actual logos for Elseworlds and for Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Did you like when he was changing things back that last time, that the building where the Flash, where their office is set, it also went to Earth X, the
yes,
symbol.
It did. Yeah. Yes,
Before
it did.
it went, and it was flipping back and forth.
So, overall, tonight's episode, it's really hard for me not to judge it by that last 5 minutes. Because a lot of great things happened. But man, all that stuff at the end where they just like crapped all over Superman, made Superman to kind of be a joke in my... I like the whole thing as a whole, but I gotta say this is about a 7 for me. There's a lot of great things, but they knocked at least 3 points off for me with all that stuff at the end. That and I'll be honest with you, I think it's a cool nod, the flying around the Earth thing. But that just kind of didn't do it for me either. The flying around the Earth thing and running around the Earth. You know, I wish that had been better. So I would say tonight's episode was about a 7, but overall, the entire thing was a 9 for me. Really, Jose, which one did you like better? Did you like last year's better?
Earth X. Because there was Earth X. There was the alien.
Kip said, I wish they had done the Flash intro with Steven. I don't care if it would have spoiled the episode. It would have been like 5 minutes until they got to the body swap, so I don't think it mattered. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because it would
have been an interesting thing.
Yeah, because we saw Barry doing Oliver's intro.
Yeah, Jose says he likes last year's.
Last year's
a little bit better. This was his second favorite. And you know, the cool thing is that's the great thing about fandom, right? Is that we all
have our different favorite things.
Yeah, we all have a different thing. So let's see. Caleb says I give the crossover 9 out of 10. Flash 8 out of 10. Arrow 9 out of 10. And I'll have to watch Supergirl on my own to fully gauge my reaction. If we could just take a deep breath. I'll try to watch it again as well, Caleb, and maybe we'll have another recap
later in the week.
Recap video later in the week.
Thoughts.
But guys, thanks so much for joining us for these 3 nights, all of you who could. And I know Caleb had some family stuff to do last night. Hey, you got to take care of your family, and that's what we got to do right now. So
we got birthday gifts to give our birthday boy.
So, but I think that there was definitely something here for everybody.
Yes.
There's definitely something here that everyone could enjoy, and I enjoyed it absolutely thoroughly. So there you go. Oh. I will not take that away from Tyler Hoechlin. Tyler Hoechlin.
Oh, yes. Superb.
Trust me, my frustrations with the whole Superman thing on Supergirl is not Tyler.
No, it's not him. It's the story, and it's how they're angling it.
Yeah, and I thought in this episode tonight, he was great.
Oh, yeah.
I was actually finally like really excited about Superman on Supergirl. Yeah. Like I was like, yes, Superman is doing Superman stuff here. Mm-hmm. You know, Superman should be that. I hate that they took it all away.
Yeah.
you know, and that's how I kind of felt about it at the end, is that it's like they gave Superman all this stuff and made Superman Superman finally.
And then they gave him some Charmin.
And then they took it away. I even like the little smile, the smirk that he gave the evil Superman when he was tugging on his cape. It was just kind of like, yeah, you don't tug Superman's cape, you know.
But I like the things that he was saying though. He's like, you don't wear that S, and not, you know, there's.
He said a lot.
Oh,
he said a lot, but the Superman, unfortunately, that they have written does not always back it up. You know, and I guess that's my issue. Okay, last comments, and then we got to go. Yes, it was an awesome crossover with you guys, and once again, happy birthday, Logan. Best wishes. Do well. Enjoy your present. And I had more of him. And if we had more of him, I'd be happy for him. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I'd be happy for Tyler as well. I'd be like, take some time off. You deserve it. Be a dad. But it feels rushed like this. Yep, me too. That's how I felt too. First Avengers, Endgame, and now Crisis, Infinite Earths. Wow, next year will be the best ever. I hear you, Thomas Dang. And this year's been a pretty good year as far as our house goes. And just different things. I mean, with my weight loss, me beginning her process and has lost 50 pounds. I've lost now 155. Our house has changed a lot, and it's just been a lot of good things. I mean, we've experienced a lot of good things this year, and being a nerd is just part of that, and loving all the stuff that we love, and all of you guys coming into our home each week and watching these shows with us and just having fun with us. We love that.
We're going to have to find something else to do because we're going to be off for 2 weeks without Flash being on to be able to watch it with them.
I know. What are we going to do?
We'll find something.
What are we going to do? We're going to have to...
maybe just like Thursday, like talk about all the news like from that week or something.
Yeah, there you go.
More questions.
What's in the news?
Thanks, Jeff. Jeff says, thanks. We really enjoyed watching with you and spending Logan's birthday. So that's awesome. Yep. So
he's grateful to have so many people wishing him happy birthday.
That's true. We got Titans.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Heck yes.
We can't really watch Titans live because we'd have to set up a time, and I'm busy for this Friday night. But my band, Waking Vegas, we actually are doing, this is our 5th annual Christmas concert that we're doing this Friday night. And we've got a bunch of guests with us who are going to be playing with us. And we play music, and we raise money for an organization here in our area called the Old Newsboys. And they basically make sure that kids have a Christmas every year. When I was 8 years old, the Old Newsboys helped me out, and they gave me, they make sure the kids get a Christmas gift, and then socks and underwear and necessities, things like that, toothbrush, toothpaste, another special gift, and then also things like sweatpants and a sweatshirt and stuff. And they do that. They have helped over 800,000 kids in the last, I think it's 92, 93 years. This year alone, they'll be helping 7,000 kids in our area of Michigan. And they're just a tremendous group, the Old Newsboys. And so I am blessed that this is our 5th year that my band, Waking Vegas, is able to give a little something back again and do a benefit concert to help them. And we put that on, and it's just a great time. So that's where I'll be Friday night. But yes, we will have to talk about Titans.
We can always maybe pick a time that we can all, like... When we had a long-distance relationship when we were dating as well, so we used to tape shows like The Flash, and we would get it set up on our DVRs an hour apart and be like, okay, ready, 1, 2, 3, and we'd hit play, and then it's like if I heard like his TV was off just by like a half a second, I'd like pause and play, and that's how we watched shows together when we weren't together. So maybe we're gonna have to figure something like that out and be like, okay, everybody at once, we're gonna hit play now.
And now that I'm caught up on Arrow and I've played a lot of Smash Bros. This week, I'm gonna catch up on Titans this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is all for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We've had a great time with you. We appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are just absolutely awesome in every way. And I tell you to stay awesome, but that's Emergency Awesome's thing. So, hey, we'll see you guys soon, all right? Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful night. Keep running. Until next time, bye-bye.